Very good afternoon to you, friends, and wishing you all a very happy Valentine's Day. While the world is celebrating Happy Valentine's Day, I am celebrating my 41st birthday today. I never had control to have this day as my birthday. Never. Even I could realize that 14th of Feb is Valentine's Day when I was studying in class 10th or 11th, that point of time. And neither my parents knew about the this such kind of dates like Valentine's Day or 14th of Feb really existed at that point of time, right? So there is something which is always beyond our control. We have to go by it. There may be many of you who would be jealous of me that yes, why on such a in fact lovable, affectionate, or the day when we admire people, the day when we in fact extend our sentiments, extend our love and affection to others, that day wish I could have born. To those people, I can just say, wish you all the luck for next time. So friends, many a times in our life, there are many opportunities, many circumstances which are beyond our control. Just like any birthday. You never know, you do not have any control the day you are born. You do not have any control, or we all don't have any control on the day when we all will be no more in this world. Right? But still, the circumstances give us a lot of stress, in fact, that why the things are not in our control, because we try to control the external circumstances that is beyond our control. Many of you must have heard about the circle of control, circle of influence, and the circle of concern, right? So circle of control is that, just I would touch upon it so that you could relate it to, that anything that you can directly have a control on it. Your thinking, your attitude, your behavior, your actions. Anything that you can influence, you may not have a direct control on that, but you can influence those. Maybe your family, your friends, something around in your neighborhood, whatever is happening, right? Where you may not be able to, in fact, take the control. Maybe a job interview, maybe something you are preparing for some competition, some of the studies, right? You may not be able to control the outcome, but you have all the probability, or you have all the opportunity to influence that outcome. And there is one more circle which we call the circle of concern. That is something beyond our reach, right? How will be the weather today? Whether the World War 4 or 3 will happen or not, right? How the relationship between these the neighboring countries will have India in the upcoming days. So these are some of the in fact concerns which we do not have a control on that, right? So when we start thinking about the areas or circumstances which is in circle of influence or circle of concern, that gives us pain when it is not fulfilled. So today's topic, I would like to, in fact, give you an oversight that how exactly how we can control, in fact, focus on the things what we can control and ignore the things, just be aware of those things that we cannot control. So start focusing on the things that you can control, basically on the input, because we really do not have any control on the outcome of any kind of, in fact, event in our life, right? If we really want to be happy in life, we want to achieve success, then believe me, it's the 10% of the external circumstances that impacts you. The rest 90% of the circumstances or the thoughts or the emotions that controls your life, right? For example, I would relate it to very generic and day-to-day examples. If someone is preparing for an interview, someone is jobless today during the pandemic, and someone wants to prepare for an interview, right? So what he has to do, he has to firstly, rather than, in fact, I am not getting any kind of job, I am not getting a breakthrough, rather focusing on that which is beyond his control, he can start focusing on structuring his own CV, how the CV can be much better. He can focus on some of the courses that he or she can undergo to make this CV more stronger, more relevant. He or she can connect with the HR network that is available, maybe on a daily basis. If I am sending out 10 or 15 CVs to multiple HRs or multiple connects, that should help, right? If the demand or the requirement of the job is on a higher end, that the person is requiring the job very badly, right? In that case, we can multiply the efforts, right? We can start networking with the right people. We can suppose, for example, normally I would send 15 to 20 CVs on a daily basis to the multiple recruiters, multiple people I know. Then I can start in fact multiplying that, maybe 30, 50 or 70 CVs on a day I can send it out, just to make the frequency more, number of efforts, in terms of efforts, so that the reach can be wider and the chances of getting through can enhance, right? Similarly, we do not have a control whenever we are preparing for a competition, we are preparing for any exam. We never know what kind of questions are going to come. Is there any syllabus that maybe something that has come which I really do not know? No one can guarantee you whether you can do everything to participate in the competition, make your efforts in practice, but nothing guarantees you that where you are going to place yourself in that competition, right? Whether you are going to successfully score those percentage of marks what we really desire for the students. But what you can do, you can make your efforts multiple times, so that whatever the shortcomings are, whatever you feel that these are some of the gaps I need to overcome, you can focus on that, and so that the chances you can influence the outcome to come in your favor, right? So friends, there are 4 mindsets whenever we look at something, right? There are 4 kind of mindsets we generally have. The first kind of mindset is that when we focus on the things that we cannot control, which is beyond our reach, what happens there, that we just start wasting our energy on focusing that, because we don't have any control. We should firstly accept and admit that it is a drain of energy, and we do not in fact reach to the desired result whatever we hope for. The second kind of mindset is that when we do not focus, in fact do not pay attention, I would not say focus, but we do not pay attention to the things that we cannot control. Now I again in fact clarify that we will not focus on the things that we cannot control, but we need to be aware of the things that is beyond our control, so that at least we can start influencing the inputs to get the output in our favor, right? For example, during the pandemic, we didn't have any control, but being aware of the pandemic, how it is spreading, what are the impacts it is bringing in, will help me to prepare myself better to in fact encounter those obstacles or bottlenecks to grow in my life. The third kind of mindset is that when you do not focus on what you can control, that I would just say it is just missing the opportunities that you currently have in your life. If you are not focusing on the things that you can control, the students, if they have they need to study hard, they need to study more time, they need to practice more test papers. Anyone who is seeking for a job interview, right? The way I told that just in fact increase the frequency of reaching out to the people, sharing your CVs with them, go for some of the courses that will enhance your quality of your CV. So some of the things which are in your control, if you are missing that, if you are ignoring that, then you are missing the opportunities that is already there, and that the opportunities that is yet to come to you. You won't be able to avail those because you are not ready. And the last one, friends, is the right mindset. When you focus on the things that you have control of, you don't worry about whatever things that is happening outside your sphere, outside your influence or concern, right? Focus on those things that you can control, and that is when you are on the driving seat. That is where you can control what you have to, your attitude, your behavior, the way you look at the things, the way you react to situations, the way you look at every scenario, every situation of your life, your perception. If you think positive, you will have positive results, or at least you will be able to influence the circle of influence, whatever things happen in and around you, or anything that that could be a surprise to you while you prepare for your to achieve your goals. I'll give you one example, a very old example. Do you know that who is a better archer in the history? Is it Arjun or is it Eklavya? You all will say, yes, it's Arjun. Yes, it was established Arjun. We know the story behind that, right? But Arjun was not the greatest archer in the history till the time Eklavya gave his right hand thumb finger as a Guru Dakshina to Guru Dronacharya. Do you know that? How Eklavya without a guru, see, Arjun had all the privileges. He belonged to a royal family, he could afford the education. He had the best of the guru that was available at that point of time, Dronacharya. He had all the luxuries, all the in fact amenities that someone required to grow in their life. On the other hand, Eklavya only had the ambition, he had the perseverance, he had the whatever shortcomings he had in comparison to Arjun, he had to make it up by sheer practice, only practice. If Arjuna was firing 100 arrows in a day, Eklavya made all the shortcomings, in fact, by firing, in fact, 500 arrows in a day. If Arjuna was practicing 4 hours a day, Eklavya ensured that he practiced 12 hours a day, just to make up that what are the shortcomings he has. He didn't have in fact, guru at that point of time. He didn't have the a school or in fact where the education or the Gurukul where he could get his education. He didn't belong to a royal family where all the luxuries, all the related to his health, diet, everything could be taken care of. See, only one thing what he did extra is the practice, and with that practice, with that extra practice, he could make up to the shortcomings what he didn't had in comparison to Arjun. So in today's world, the kids, the children, the professionals, we all look at what the other person is having in abundance, right? So if someone is having in abundance, we don't have a control in that. Someone belongs to a rich family, someone is really gifted with a lot of other abilities, who extracurricular activities they can perform. They are little more, in fact, intelligent, little more effective in their basic intelligence. It's okay. But there is always an opportunity to make up those shortcomings by extra hard work. Right? So I hope the message that I'm trying to give you all on this Valentine's Day is clear to you. And one more thing, Valentine's Day is a day when we celebrate to express our feelings to the people we love. We in fact, it's not only we can say a love between two lovers. Apart from that, it could be anyone whom we admire, to be anyone we pay respect, right? So if something in this world is not well begun, to end it well rests on our responsibility. When you meet someone who is in need, right, a simple, in fact, helping that person, right? When we depart, we go in a cab, right? And after the journey, when we close the journey, just say a thank you to the driver who has given you the whole day to take you from place to place. Give him 100 rupees so that 100 rupees may not value too much for you, but that 100 rupees values too much for him, and he could take something for his kids, for his family. Right? So it's a different way to look at the things, how you in fact end the things in between. You may not be able to start everything, but you can do all the ends in a positive note. With this, thank you so much for listening. I'll come back again with some new thoughts, new learnings, whatever I learn in my life, to share with you all. And keep rocking. Have a great day. Jai Hind.